Yo, what's up you guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a tutorial on how to cut players. So let's get into it. First I want to introduce you guys to the first tool that I will be using, which is this quick selection tool. It's right here. You can right click it to see on top of magic wand. Just click on that and then you can start using it. So it has sizes, and let's just make this bigger at 15, put the hardness at 100 and everything else you don't really need. Then you can start cutting your player. So let's see this. Let's start at the bottom here and just go around him as much as you can, as good as you can. You can zoom in, just start cutting him. Most of it just does it automatically, so it's very quick. As you can see, if I just go like that, automatically just selected his face. But you want to be pretty precise, so you want to take your time. So let me just quickly do this. So I just went really over. The whole thing is selected now. So how we undo this is you hold Alt on your keyboard and then you just start going on the outskirts of it. Alt is opposite of the quick selection tool. It's basically taking away from it instead of adding to it. So if we just go all around it, that will fix your problem. But say you're going and selecting and all of a sudden you just go over it like that on accident. You hold Alt and you go around that place. Hold Alt and select everything that you don't want to be there, and you have that. So let's just keep doing everything. Hair like this is very hard. I just recommend just doing your best. So now we can cut it out. So if you right click on it and do layer via cut, or you can just do select inverse and erase, and then let's erase all these parts that are remaining on the side. You can see that this cutout is horrible. If you zoom in, it's very bad quality. So the way to fix that is you, instead of doing layer via cut right away, you would right click and click on refine edge right here. So if you click on refine edge, then you can go to smooth, move it up a bit, then contrast, and then as you can see it's much more straight cut. And then you could go right click, layer via cut, and erase. Then you have a much cleaner cut compared to before. So now you can just do anything with your player. Now to move on to the next method, which is a longer method, but the more accurate and good method is the pen tool. So some tips that I have for the pen tool is take your time, don't be in a rush, because it's a very hard tool to use. If you were to use the pen tool, you would use it for example hair like this, instead of like this is very round part, so it's easy to use the quick selection. For very detailed things such as his hair or anything like that of sort, you would use this quick selection tool. So let me just quickly use the pen tool, show you guys some tips. Let's start from a proper spot, so right here. Then we have a round, a perfect round thing over here. All you have to do is click, don't let go of the click, and then just drag out. So once you drag out, it's gonna be this round thing compared to if you just go around like this with each click. One thing that I like to say is that the less clicks, the better the selection will turn out. So let me show you guys quickly right here. This round bit right here, just keep dragging it out until you have the perfect thing. And then once you're done with this, you're gonna click away, but it's gonna be some weird round thing. You don't want that, so you hold Alt and then you click in on that. So then you could do the rest. I'll just quickly do this. Okay, so we did all the easy round spots. Now we're getting to the hair. So it depends on the texture of the hair. If someone's wearing a hat, it'll obviously be very easy. But say you have hair like this is probably the hardest hair to come across. And I've dealt with this depending on if it's real life or 2K. So if you quickly see the texture of the hair, you see that spiky everywhere, and it's not just a ball. If it was an afro, we could just do circles like this. But it's not an afro, right? So you don't want to do that. So you could see the texture and you could just go up and down based on the texture. You could just rapidly click, like keep clicking as you trace your way along. So you can just do this, zoom in very close and just try to look as closely as you can. And what I do is I just keep going up, down, up, down, up, down, random to give the hair texture. So even though it's not the right texture, it will be a texture. And also, if you see strands of hair that are going out, don't go for them, because strands of hair are very light, and you don't want random little light things coming in the whole thing. It's just going to be a gray spot. As you can see, the background here is gray. You don't want to do strand hairs, you want to do solid hairs, spots that are very black. So I'll just finish this hair real. Also, a tip to take into consideration when you are using the pen tool and, for example, you mess up on something, use Control Z to undo that. Just keep your fingers on Control Z while you keep this pen tool on, and whenever you make a mistake, quickly just press Control Z and you'll be good. So I'm done the hair now. Now let's just finish this up. So now we just need one more to just click here and end it. Now that we're done the selection, it's as you can see, the outline is pretty accurate. You just click on selection up here, or you can right click and click make selection. Don't ignore that, just hit OK. And the good thing about pen tool is, since it's so accurate, it's not going to be something that you need to refine its edge. So you just right click, layer via cut, and erase. And as you can see, this compared to the previous one that we did, this is much better and more accurate, especially on the hair area. The pen tool is definitely something that I'd recommend over the quick selection tool, but if you're a thumbnail designer that's very busy, you may want to use the quick selection tool over that. Now a tool that I really don't like, but you could use it for some stuff. It's the polygonal lasso tool. So it's not just the polygonal lasso tool, as you can see over here. It could also be the lasso tool, and the lasso tool is something you literally just draw over it. So very inaccurate. Then it's the polygonal lasso tool, which every time you click, it's another selection. This is probably for stuff that are squares. So say you have this to cut out, we could use this, click, and click. Now that you have this, you will right click, layer via cut, and you can see that you have this. So it's very good for square stuff, but not very good for this. As you can see, there's so much round stuff around his body. Maybe for the hair, probably for the hair would be pretty good, but the rest I would not recommend it, because there's so much round stuff and it would just require a lot of clicking. Let me just quickly show you how it would be if you were to use it. So if we just cut around his body over here real quick. So as you can see, we turn this off. It's very square like, and it's not round like our previous one that we had, and that's what you want it to be like. You want it to be like round. Like, as you can see, I'll go back to the round one that we did over here. If we layer via cut, look how round it is. Look how like accurate and good it is. Let's turn that off now. And those are the ways that I recommend you do something. I'll quickly show you guys something that is also very useful. So here I have this random thing that I just pulled up. Let me drag it into here. It doesn't really matter where it is, but turn everything off. This is a very geometrical thing, so that's why I choose to use this. If you right click the quick selection tool and select the magic wand tool, this tool is actually a very useful tool. So let's just quickly see what it does. If I click on this red cross, it selects the red cross. So it's very useful for cutting out things that have a white background. It's not very accurate if you have hair like this. If you see this background, if I select it, that's not very accurate, right? Because there's a lot of dark spots, light spots, stuff like that. But if you have something that's straight on, you could use it for this. I'll just cut out a couple shapes. I'll choose this, I'll hold shift, and if I layer via cut, these are all the things that I collected. Pretty accurate cuts, and overall very simple tool to use. So those are all the tools I'll be showing you guys today. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this and if it helped you. All in all, I just recommend you guys to try and practice your pen tool. If not, if you're in a rush, use a quick selection tool. Magic wand and lasso tool may come in handy, but you really want to use your pen tool and your quick selection tool. Thanks for watching, and peace.